everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Hearthstone the Arena. Man, oh man, this deck has gone so much farther than I originally thought it would. Especially with the draw that we got. I thought this was really bad when we first started off with this. Well, not really bad. But I definitely thought it wasn't good when we started off with this rogue deck. But we're 8-2! Who knows? Maybe we'll go even higher, but hopefully, yeah, hopefully we will go higher, I should say. I definitely think it's possible with this one, but being at that 2-loss point, we always have to, you know, be ready to expect a loss coming up at any point and saying goodbye to our rogue deck here. But even if that's the case, it'll be fun to start up, check out a new one, see what we get for this one, because this is the first time I've ever actually even gone to 7 in regards to wins in Hearthstone, so I don't know. Oh god, a mage. Okay, that's definitely scary. We are going second though, which is pretty damn crucial for playing as a rogue. So let's go ahead and get. Honestly, actually, we might want to hold on to that Fen Creeper. We have a lot of other early plays, and the Fen Creeper would be a nice card to get out early. So let's actually hold on to that. Maybe I should have gotten rid of it because that will have increased our chances for gain like a backstab. Now we're probably gonna go turn 1 Mad Bomber. Oh god. Okay. Change of plans. I think we go turn 1 Defias Ringleader. It sucks that we won't get the Knife Juggler combo out with that. But Mana Worm is, well, not is, but can become a goddamn nightmare. And this will force him to either use a Fire Blast to take out one or a different one of his spells. Obviously, we would want Fire Blast to, Fire Blast would be our greatest hope for what he'll do this turn. Fire Blast just to take out the little guy. That'll obviously leave his Mana Worm right open. I don't know. Worst thing that he could do for us would be Mirror Image, because that'll obviously buff the Mana Worm and get him out 2 taunts on the field. But now we have 2 minions to counter those 2 taunts, so let's just say this mage definitely pulled out a very, very fearsome first play. I hate Mana Worm so much, by far, one of my least favorite cards in the mage's deck, because it's so goddamn threatening. Alright, so he did what was to be expected. Nice thing about this is now that we will, we could place out the Mad Bomber. But I don't think that's all that opportune, because if our Defias Ringleader took 2 hits, we would be in a horrible, horrible position. Yeah, and I don't want to attack with the Defias Ringleader first, get him down to 1 health, and then risk losing him with the Mad Bomber play. So I think it's definitely smartest for us to just take this thing out right here. That gives us 1 minion on the board. He could use a Fire Blast once again to take it out, but that means he'll have used Fire Blast 2 turns in a row, and presumably, unless he has something like a Mirror Image, he should not be able to get any minions on the board. So I don't know if this is really good for us. It's kind of plain, in all honesty. But at least we get to deal a little bit of damage to him this turn and place out a Mad Pyromancer. This has been a kind of a weird start. It's, for a rogue versus mage, this has been just like a kind of staggeringly slow start to a game. I would have imagined things would be moving much faster than they are right now. So he's afraid? I should say, Kezcub. That's a kind of a weird name. Nice to know that Kezcub is actually apparently afraid of our Wild Pyromancer, because I don't think he's that much of a threatening card. At least not for us to have played right then. He could easily kill our Knife Juggler with a spell. But I honestly think Knife Juggler might be a good idea, because that means next turn we could place out the Fen Creeper, and then we could still hold on to the Mad Bomber's ability power in case we would want to use that in the future? I don't know. Or we could Knife Juggler Mad Bomber, but I don't think that's a wise choice. Let's see if we can bait out any more spells. It's always really nice to get rid of those mage spells really early on. So we'll place out the Knife Juggler. If he doesn't do anything about it, that's really good for us, because then we'll Fen Creeper, deal 1 damage to something on his side of the field, and we'll get a nice taunt wall to back this guy up. Who knows, maybe Mad Bomber would have been smarter, but so far, looks like our Knife Juggler is going to be A-okay. Hell yeah! Okay. Only question is, would this be an ideal time for a backstab? Backstab would bring him to 4, then the knife could potentially bring that guy down to 3, which would be a very good trade for the Fen Creeper. Or that would leave him open for a trade with the Argent Commando on the next turn. Who knows? I usually like killing low mana costs with the backstab, but I think that might be fine on this turn, because that still allows us to play the Fen Creeper. So let's actually go ahead and do that. Deal 2 damage to that guy straight off the bat. Fen Creeper, please hit the Water Elemental. Nice! That's good for us. So now we could trade with the Fen Creeper or use some kind of spell to take it out. A Fireball will kill it. Fireballs are so frickin' annoying. Just the fact that they do 6 damage is unbelievably powerful for Fireballs. If he takes out our Fen Creeper, though, the Knife Juggler should still live. Pull out the Argent Commando, that thing gets taken out. We could also get very lucky with Mad Bomber play, but we have more minions than he does. Not anymore, okay. What I would expect at this point is trade for the Knife Juggler. What's he hitting? Ah, me directly, okay. Really? Apparently he's not scared of my Knife Juggler. Foolish choice on his part, I think, because now I just deal 3 damage right back at him. Of course our Argent Commando's gonna be frozen, but the nice thing about that is that, we should actually be more worried about him losing his Divine Shield, because this frozen stat that's being put on him right now is actually going to go away immediately. Actually, it's not even gonna show up. Obviously, because when you're frozen till the end of the turn. So frozen is actually completely pointless if you get frozen during your turn rather than the opponent freezing you on theirs. Nice little trick about freezing, or the frozen stat, or whatever you'd want to call it.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Oh, okay, that's scary. Not as much scary as it is just irritating, I suppose. We could silence him. Or you could get a nice board on the field. Only thing is, we have officially entered Fire Blast. No, not Fire Blast. Firestorm territory. So enemies. So placing out a lot of low health creatures could cause us some serious problems in our future. Could always silence it. I think I would rather sap it though. I really don't want to put more creatures on the field right now, especially not 2 creatures that could easily just get destroyed in 1 hit. I'm not sure if there are any better options, though. Might seem like a weird play, but let's just sap that guy on this turn. Then do we hit him for 7, or do we take out that Shattered Sun Cleric? Really wish I could trade for that thing. Could place out the Mad Bomber and see how that works out, but I don't think that's the best thing in the world. Just in case he has that Fire Blast, let's actually trade our Argent Commando out and then just smack him in the face. One might have thought the Argent Commando is nicer to have than the Knife Juggler, but that Knife Juggler combo is so nice, especially if we play out the Silverhand Knight. And this actually gives him a huge reason not to use a fire. Oh, shoot! Arcane Intellect coming out. Now he has to have a Flame Strike, or whatever it's called. Oh! That was a well-played Mad Bomber. God damn. That's when Mad Bomber is like a total bitch when you get good luck with him. We could go ahead and see how our luck is facing compared to his. Which is actually kind of something that I like. Let's test this. Boom, boom. That's actually pretty damn good, because now we take his one out. Could have been better, could have also been much worse. So let's actually try... Let's try bait out the Flame Strike right now by playing out a Patience Assassin as well. That means if he plays something big, we can kill it instantly. Maybe he'll use a Blizzard instead to keep the Fire Strike. Honestly, I'm so sorry, guys, if I have been saying... I just called it a Fire Blast a little bit ago, and I meant Flame Strike. I believe it's called Flame Strike, but I, like, never ever play the Mage. So I'm not entirely sure what that card is called. Still very scary. He's got 7 cards to our 3, although we do have board control. Leroy Jenkins! Now that's interesting. That makes me kind of fear a Flame Strike on the next turn. He might have just given us game, though. Let me see, how much damage can we deal next turn? We could deal 10, 13. If Faceless Manipulator works the way I think it does, and that'll give us a 7-3 Leroy Jenkins with charge, so he should be able to attack, I think we win. We win.
Let's do this.
Lag.
Well, here we go.
That's the thing I hate about Leroy Jenkins. Leroy Jenkins is a really cool legendary, and a really funny one because of the reference, but he can really screw you over. Glad to know that the Faceless Manipulator works in that regard, though. That's actually something that I was completely unaware of. That, Faceless Manipulator on charge is, like, greatest combo in the game, apparently. Hell yeah! We reached 9! Got, like, this weird red color key. I've actually never seen this key right here. I've seen the 12 key, and I've seen the 8 and the 7 key prior to once I got to that point. But I've never seen what the 9 key looks like. It's pretty damn glorious, I must say. Let's go ahead and keep up with things. Man, I'm, like, never going to want to not play a rogue ever again. Rogues are so damn powerful. I mean, like, way back when, they were in one of the earliest patches of the game, the rogue was nerfed like mad because they were completely overpowered. But, they're still a very fearsome force, I gotta say. I love rogues so much. But next time we'll probably try something different. I would like to test out the Shaman, even though I kind of don't like the Shaman at all. Actually, I enjoy Shaman. I enjoy all the classes in the game. It's just Shaman is probably actually my least favorite to play myself overall, just because he's so risky, you know, with all the totems and all that jazz. I also, as you guys know, I also don't like playing the Mage too much, just because I consider them a little bit overpowered. Oh no, another mage! Crip. Well, we beat one mage! We are going first this time, though, and as I mentioned, going first is not opportune. But we got backstab early, that's always really nice. That'll allow us to combo into our things. That'll allow us to combo into a Coin Defies Ringleader on turn 2. Sucks to have the Archmage, though. Kind of really bad for this early in the game. Let's go ahead and hurtle some boulders in his face while we can. Okay, so it's not going to be a Mana Worm. Oh, Knife Juggler, interesting. Well, we killed that this turn. Kill that and get our Defias Ringleader on the board, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Scrub.
Yeah, beat it.
God, I love Defias Ringleader so much. Honestly, probably one of my favorite rogue cards, just because it's so fun to combo into. And now, yes! Yes! Fear the power of my one Defias Ringleader forcing you to use a Fire Blast on his brother. We could Shadow Step him and get the combo again. I think I'd rather save that Shadow Step, though. Azure Drake would be a wonderful card to use it on. Get some extra card draw. Do we want to pull out a weapon or a River Crocolisk? Weapon could be nice, but let's go ahead and place down the River Crocolisk instead. Start getting some good board control. Obviously, he has twice the hand size as ours, so that's a little bit scary. But Harvest Golem isn't all that bad. Could certainly be much worse. We could backstab him. Could backstab him, stab him. Could backstab him, hit him with the River Crocolisk, and then stab the final creature. I like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. That keeps our board control. Hate to keep on using cards, but board control is definitely more important than that. So we're gonna take 2 damage to our hero's face, but we're gonna throw 2 damage right back at him, and obviously keep our board control. So we're getting a bit of a rush down right here. Definitely rushing down this guy, and rush down is one of the biggest strategies for a rogue. So if we keep moving forward with this much momentum, things should be very, very good for us. Amani Berserker, that's irritating. But we could... Oh, God! This is... This is actually, I think, the second time we've encountered this problem, or this issue that we have at hand right now. With not wanting to backstab that thing. Okay, I think we're actually gonna play the Defias Drake. We won't Shadow Step him on this turn. We'll Shadow Step him next turn if he lives. That way, we'll keep the backstab for something else, not take 5 damage to the face by using the backstab combo. Hit him directly, say goodbye to our Defias Ringleader, because he has 100% gone his worth at this point. And let's get this card draw right here. Ah, Fen Creeper, that's a nice draw. Next turn we'll probably either... Ooh, and the backstab does 3 now, that's very good. Oh, not as nice as I thought. We could kill that thing. Holy crap. Wait, 4 damage. Gah, we can't kill him in... Yeah, we can't kill him in 1 hit. Okay, I think that means the Azure Drake is going to die on this turn, because I'd prefer to trade him for that. I would love to backstep him, but we still have our Argent Commandos to backstep. So let's go ahead, backstab that thing, kill him off immediately. And then do we play the Archmage or Fen Creeper? We don't really have anything to defend at this point, so I think it's best to get a really strong monster on the field. He could always polymorph it, though. Let's go ahead and get him out anyways. I think that should be okay. We do that. And now he's down. Next turn we have, we could only play 1 Fen Creeper, of course, but we've got 2, so we've got a nice wall to protect us if he does, polymorph this thing. And if he does polymorph it, then he does not have very many options as well, since obviously they'll bring him down to 2 mana. Could either Fire Blast to get rid of it, or place down like a minion. Oh, shoot, or a Boulder Fist Ogre. That's actually pretty damn threatening right now. Kinda makes me wish that I didn't, use whatever we used earlier. So let's just keep whacking him down. Now, obviously, he'll be forced to take out that Fen Creeper, which won't be too fun for him. Both of our minions will survive a Flame Strike, too. So, sucks to his Asmar in that regard. Yes, hit it! Yes! That means probably next turn, pull out a second Fen Creeper and just take that thing down. Then we could Shadow Step it! Get a 4/7 back again! Oh man. Would that Shadow Step best be served on... Oh, okay, that plan's gone. That was good. That was a good play on his part. Because obviously that means we can't take out that Boulder Fist Ogre in 1 hit. And he has a secret. I goddamn hate secrets so much. We do have a second Spellkeeper. I'm scared that that's going to be a Vaporize. Vaporize is so irritating. So let's actually try attacking him first. Nothing. That kind of really makes me not want to play the Fen Creeper. Let's actually play a Spellbreaker. Hopefully this will turn him back to normal? Nah, that didn't do anything. That wasn't a Vaporize, though. But it wasn't an Ice Wall, either. That must be the one that makes them immune when they're put into lethal? That's the only thing I could guess that would be. Interesting! I'm not entirely sure what that is. Obviously it wasn't a Vaporize because then the Spellbreaker would be dead. Or the sheep would be dead. I forgot I think Vaporize works on whatever minion you summon? But I'm not 100% sure. Oh, that's irritating. Luckily for us, though, we've got a second Spellbreaker, so that Boulder Fist Ogre will be going down on this next turn. Ooh, Argent Commando! Argent Commando Shadow Step! Booyah. Okay, so that Sunwalker just lost a shit ton of value. And now his Boulder Fist Ogre's gone. Awesome sauce. Do we hit him directly? Or take out the Sunwalker? We do not hit him direct. I mean, we do not take out the Sunwalker because Fen Creeper, I think, is a better play. They'll force him to hit that, take a little bit of damage. Then our Archon Commando will be able to whack that guy around the face. Pull him back. Get a second shielded Archon Commando. Yes! Please. Please do that. I love you. I love you, my enemy. Oh, there's the Flame Strike used too. He could have plenty more of those in his deck, so I should be afraid, but it's always nice to see those used. Ooh. We have enough to Mad Bomber Argent Commando, so let's see what our luck is. Let's see how our luck goes. Yes! Oh, a little bit bad. Getting hit in the face definitely wasn't nice, but now we have a Mad Bomber on the field, and he's got nothing. Oh, shoot! When an enemy casts a spell as the new target, does that even work? No!
Well played.
Oh, our poor Argent Commando! I wanted to pull him back. Good news is that card is pretty much garbage. That card he just got, but that Argent Commando combo was gonna be golden. Very good play on the mage's part. We also now have no cards in our hand, which puts us in a very scary situation. One Flame Strike could screw us completely. Or a Blizzard. A Blizzard would take them both out.
Squire, attend me.
Okay. Honestly, that's probably like the best thing we could hope for at this point. That makes things a bit more scary though.
I'll take that.
Yeah, there's the Spellbender. It actually costs 0 mana too once it goes. Oh, because it costs 2 less. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. We have 7 damage, but I do not think we can not kill his board. I don't think we could pass that up, because obviously then he's just gonna attack me. I really wish we could attack him directly, but I don't think we have any option. Elven Archer is such a bad card for us to get here. We don't have too many more taunts in the deck because we drawed both of our Fen Creepers. Really, that one secret actually really messed us up in a big way. Okay, so let's place out the Elven Archer. We'll use her. Who to use it on? Let's go for the little guy, because then we could take him out with our hero. Apparently— oh! I thought the I forgot that was a Mad Bomber. For a second I thought it was, another card. Another card that I'm completely blanking about whatever it is. And then we have to take him out. All of a sudden, we're in a really bad spot. We're in a really bad spot now. Hopefully we'll get a sprint. Otherwise, we're in huge trouble. I don't think there's much we could do to counter all this. Oh, especially with a big taunt. And Raging Worgen, that definitely doesn't help our situation as well. We did get the sprint, though! Our last hope. Assassin's Blade, not really all that helpful. But it's better than nothing. We could place out a really powerful taunt or take his Scarlet Healer. I think we need the Scarlet Healer. Out comes the Wild Pyromancer. We need to kill off our Elven Archer because otherwise he's just going to hit it with the Raging Worgen. He does 8 damage in total.
Here we go.
Call me crazy, but I think we still need to hit that thing just to wear it down. I don't know. We hit that thing. It's at 6 health right now, so if he doesn't kill our Wild Pyromancer, we could kill it next turn with those 2. So let's actually hold on that idea. Next turn, honestly, we might need to face this Manipulator, the Mogunshan Warden. Or Worgen. No, it is Warden, my bad. Just to get a taunt on our side. Okay, so he is going to deal 3 damage to it. That's good for us. But I still think we lose. If that's a fire... He can't use a fireball. Because he doesn't have enough mana. Destroys our weapon. That's not that bad. I'm pretty damn sure we actually just lost here. Because 3 damage. He has so many ways to deal 3 damage. None of those are charged. So that's not going to help us. Yeah. Let's just face this manipulator. That thing for old time's sake. Take it down ourselves. Smack that thing. Still, he kills that very easily. Nothing we could do about it.
I give up.
That's unfortunate! Goodbye to our rogue. Did so well in the time that it lasted, but I guess everything has to come to an end. 9 wins! 9 wins through the arena. That actually is the original, as I mentioned before, that's the original max. So, I'm proud of this. I'm very, very proud of this. 9 wins is definitely something to feel good about. It's too bad we couldn't get to that, like, 12, or even like a 10 or 11 or something like that, but super cool. Let's see what we get. Insert the key into the domain of lockdom. Something like that. Sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about. So we get a deck, as to be expected. 20 gold, 85 gold. That's still not quite enough for an arena play, though. And 160 gold! Awesome! Didn't get any arcane dust, which is practically worthless, and didn't get any gold cards. I am very happy with that draw right there. Honestly, actually, probably the best thing I could have hoped for that much time. We're at 375 now. Let's go ahead and check out the pack I got. Bada bing, bada boom. We've got a regular, rare. Pretty basic. Ooh! A golden flesh-eating ghoul is pretty cool, though. I'm happy with that. Got plenty of the other cards, though. I might not have 2 Thrallmar Farseers, but I don't like him too much anyways. A 2-3, even with Wind Fury, a 2-3 for 3 mana is not really worth it at all. Flesh-eating ghoul is... Gold flesh-eating ghoul is pretty damn badass, though. I might have to put that in a couple of decks. And a Gadgetzin Auctioneer. Certainly not the coolest thing in the world, but it's alright. Let's go ahead and set up for another arena! We're about at 27 minutes, but I want to keep on going, you know? Set up for another one. I really want to check out what decks we have ahead of us, and definitely get into the construction as well. If it would actually load. Right now there was a warning that apparently their servers are being a little bit wonky, so since I am the world's biggest daredevil, I was like, hey, I'm gonna create a video when their servers are bad. But it didn't really show any problems during the games, but it might actually be having some serious problems here. I can't seem to select anything, because nothing seems to be popping up. Hopefully this won't ixnay my buying into the arena? There we go. Okay, that was weird. I did say we would try the shaman. Just did the rogue, and it went so well, but since we just did it, I'm gonna pass on that. And the priest, we've played him before, so it looks like it has to be the shaman. It's funny! Since I was saying before, I would like to try out a shaman, but now that I'm actually given the option, I don't want to do it! But you know, let's keep things exciting and go with him. So we have a Ravenhold Assassin, Knife Juggler, and Light Warden. Ravenhold Assassin would be really nice to take. And Light Warden could become really, really strong, especially if we get some healing totems out on the board. But number one, I think that's too risky. And the thing that I really don't like about these buffing low mana creatures is that even for most of them, they only get buffed in regards to their attack. So they could become really beefy, but they could still be taken down by a really cheap spell, or even like a different 2 mana cost creature. So I don't think these cards are really ever worth it, in all honesty. Although its initial value is very good. A 1 mana cost for 2/1 is better than what you would expect for most 1 mana costs. But we're gonna go with the Knife Juggler because basically he could combo very, very well. He's one of the best 2 mana cost cards in the game, in my opinion. Chillwind Yeti is super good. Stormpike Knight is very cool because if you play him in the early game, or even in some situations in the late game, he could get some very, very good trades. Most of the time, he is a 2-for-1 card value. I mean, a 1 card that takes out 2 cards value. So he's almost always worth it. But the Chillwind Yeti is kind of in a similar situation because it's a 4/5 for 4. Earthen Ring Farseer is nice as well, but I think we'll pass on that. Let's go with the Stormwind Knight. Otherwise, it probably would be the Yeti, but I like the idea of the charge that we could use. Both of these are garbage. We're taking the Jungle Panther. Love the Jungle Panther. Boulderfist Ogre is in a very similar vein to the Yeti, so let's actually go with the Boulderfist Ogre. Stormwind Champion could combo very nicely with our totems, but I want to get out something really frustrating like this on the board, so let's go ahead and take him. I don't know why my first click didn't work. Oh, Bloodlust. Bloodlust is one of the most powerful cards in the Warlock deck. But obviously, as one would expect, it's a steamroll card. Let's take it because I like to have one of them in the deck. The other cards were nice as well. We're taking a Spellbreaker because I think it's really nice to have a Silence in there. Totemic Might, I actually really liked this when I first played the Shaman, but I think it's actually a pretty garbage card because most of your totems can't even attack. So what's really the point of keeping them alive for longer? I think we're gonna go with the Unbound Elemental because we'll have a lot of hopefully we'll get a lot of overloads in this Shaman deck. Overload cards are one of the things that make them so powerful. Let's get Flesh-Eating Ghoul out there. Okay, this is an interesting one. I really want to take the Argent Commando, but both of these cards are really good, especially if they combo with the Unbound Elemental. I think we might take the Feral Spirit card because it's a very, very good value 3 card. Essentially, you get roughly 2 mana cost creatures, maybe even a little bit more since they're taunt. Yeah, since they're 2/3 taunts, I would definitely say for 3 mana cost and the 2 overload, so essentially 5 mana cost, but that's split across 2 turns. For essentially that amount, you get to place down 2 3 mana cost creatures in 1 turn. Incredibly powerful and irritating card. Definitely not the Murloc. Mana Tide Totem could be very, very good. I think we might take that, because once again, this is a weird card, because it's useless if you're not snowballing, but if you have an early advantage, it can let you snowball like mad, because obviously at the end of every turn you draw a card, and you obviously play this on your turn, so you're at least going to get 1 card back for it. Means you would waste 3 mana, but at least it's never necessarily a waste of a straight-up card. Let's go with the Earthen Ring Farseer here. I think that'll be good in that regard. I think we want to go for another Spellbreaker. How is our balance? We need a lot more low mana cost creatures. We'll get a Flame Tongue Totem there, because we have a lot of 3s and more 4s than I would feel comfortable with. Wind Speaker is a very good card, but we don't have any taunts in here at all yet. And I think I actually like Fen Creeper more than Wind Speaker, so let's go ahead and get the Fen Creeper. Once again, Wind Speaker is kind of a card that is best if you're snowballing. Let's take a second Fen Creeper. Stormpike Commando, I honestly think might be the best bet right here. I don't like Wind Fury at all, because it's basically a weaker version of the other card that we saw before. Could take another Fen Creeper. I have mixed feelings about Dust Devil. I really don't like The thing that I really don't like about Dust Devil is that he's killed way too easily by so many classes. Like, Druid, Mage, Rogue, they just use their hero power to take it out, and then you suffer from a 2 overload. So I don't think he's very good, in all honesty. Let's get another Fen Creeper. Definitely need those lower cost those, but a weapon, 2 mana cost weapon will help us out with that. That's a very, very good weapon. I like that card a lot. Shard Sun Cleric I think is best right here. Okay, more rares. I think we have to go with Injured Blade Master, because obviously we're not doing a Murloc deck, so Murloc Tidehunter would be awful. All of these cards are nice. I do like Silverhand Knight a lot, and I like Booty Bay Bodyguard, but we have those 3 Fen Creepers, so let's actually go with Fire Elemental. Its battle cry is super good, and that gives us a beefy monster towards our end game. I usually only like to have 1 Flame Tongue Totem in the deck. But I don't really... Let's get it. I hate Elven Archer. Think she's really bad in most cases. Didn't like the other card as well. Sucks, but I think we have to go with the Reckless Rocketeer. We cannot... excuse me, sorry about that. We cannot take 3 Flame Tongue Totems. That would be awful. We need more minions that actually have attack than ones that buff other minions. So we're gonna go with that. I think we have to go with the River Crocolisk. I kind of would like to take Venture Company Mercenary a lot, but we need more lower cost minions. We have like no early game whatsoever. So we're gonna take the River Crocolisk. I think Senjin Shieldmaster might be best here. Once Dust Devil has such bad value. I'm tempted to take the Scarlet Crusader, but I don't think that's good. Senjin Shieldmaster. Okay, Lightning Bolt is a good choice for us here. Another Overload card that deals a lot of damage. Direwolf could be pretty good in this deck, actually. It's another 2 mana cost minion, so it would be nice to get that out. Although, with all of our Overloads, I would like the chance to use an Unbound Elemental. Let's actually go with the Unbound Elemental once again. Really would like the Azure Drake. Let's take the Azure Drake. I kind of want to take the Emperor Cobra or the Injured Blade Master because they're both low costs, but that card draw will be nice. And Amani Berserker, I think, is definitely our best case here. Would rather take the Jungle Panther, but he's a 2 mana cost, and we need more of those, as I've mentioned. Then here, I think it has to be the Archon Commando, because Bloodsail Raider is bad in this deck because we're not doing a pirate deck, and I think Arcane Golem is horrible. I have seen this card used against me and, like, turn the tide of the game and even win it for the opponent, but more often than not I've seen it played and then that changed the tide in my favor or just helped me steamroll them even more, because the battle cry is awful. You should never, in no circumstance, give your opponent a mana crystal. I suppose, like, on turn 10, this card could be seen as alright, but then you're only, like, dealing 4 damage. And obviously with the 2 health, it's probably gonna trade equally. So it's like a worse version of, like, a Fireball that does 2 less damage for 1 less mana cost. I think Arcane Golem is awful. So we're gonna take the Archon Commando. Okay, I don't know what's happening here. This is kind of a weird glitch. The 9 wins key is showing up. I don't know what that means. If we click it, we don't win? Whoa, what? Okay, I think I might have just won a free arena. Did I just win a free arena? What is happening here? Thank you, Blizzard. Now I'm a little bit scared my account is gonna get deleted. Because I don't know what just happened. There was a warning when I started up the servers that said that glitches were abound, but okay. Okay, I didn't get any of that. So I don't know what happened there. That was pretty weird, but I'm glad I caught it on camera because I love catching glitches on camera. Sucks that we didn't get any of that, but that makes me feel happy because I kind of presume that Blizzard won't be, like, coming to delete my account now. At least, hopefully, they won't be doing that. Very weird. But thank you all for watching! If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, comment, and or subscribing if you have not. I am the EggScrambledGamer! And I will see you all next time!